Hi everybody, welcome back to Nature Kids, and today we'll be doing Science Grade 6 English Medium third term test question and answers part 1. And this covers all the lessons, so this is going to be a pretty long video. So now let's get started. What is the environment? The environment is everything around us, including land, water bodies, houses, plants and animals. What is growth? Growth is the increase in size, height, or amount of an organism. What are living things? Components of the environment that show growth are called living things or living organisms. What are non-living things? Components of the environment that do not show growth are called non-living things. Name, name the three main groups of organisms: plants, animals, and microorganisms. What are microorganisms? Microorganisms are tiny organisms that can be seen with the naked eye. Which instrument is used to observe microorganisms? A compound microscope. Name 5 characteristics of living organisms: growth, nutrition, movement, respiration, and reproduction. What is nutrition? Nutrition is satisfying the food requirements of organisms for survival. What is photosynthesis? Photosynthesis is the process by which green plants produce food by using carbon dioxide, water, and sunlight. Why are green plants called autotrophic organisms? They are called autotrophic organisms because they produce their own food. Why are animals called heterotrophic organisms? Animals cannot produce their own food, so they depend on plants and other animals for food. What is locomotion? Locomotion is the movement of animals from one place to another. Give 2 examples of plant movements. The mimosa plant closes its leaves when touched, and a plant stem bends towards the sunlight. What is respiration? Respiration is the process in which oxygen reacts with food in the body to produce energy. Which gas is taken during respiration? Oxygen. Which gas is released during respiration? Carbon dioxide. What is reproduction? Reproduction is the process by which a mature living organism produces new members of the same species. What is a dichotomous key? A dichotomous key is a method of classifying and identifying organisms using the presence or absence of characteristics. Write 2 differences between plants and animals. Plants can produce their own food while animals cannot. Animals show locomotion while plants generally do not show locomotion. What are the things needed by a green plant for photosynthesis? A green plant needs sunlight, carbon dioxide, and water to produce food through photosynthesis. During this process, oxygen is released. What is matter? Things that have mass and occupy space are called matter. What is energy? Things that do not have mass and do not occupy space are called energy. Does air occupy space? Yes, air occupies space. Does air have mass? Yes, air has mass. What is mass? The amount of matter in an object is called its mass. Name 3 units used to measure mass: kilograms, kg, grams, g, and milligrams, mg. What are the 3 states of matter: solid, liquid, and gas? What are the 2 main characteristics of a solid? A solid has a definite shape and a definite volume. What are the characteristics of a liquid? A liquid has a definite volume that does not have a definite shape. What are the characteristics of a gas? A gas has no definite shape and no definite volume. Give 3 examples of solids: brick, stone, and firewood. Give 3 examples of liquids: water, milk, and coconut oil. Give 3 examples of gases: air, oxygen, and carbon dioxide. Or you could just put these other gases like nitrogen and stuff like that. And which instrument is used to measure the volume of a liquid? A measuring cylinder. Why is water considered an important natural resource? Water is essential for the existence of life and it's also important for many human activities. What are the three physical states of water? The three physical states of water are solid, liquid, and gas. What is the solid state of water? Give examples. Ice is the solid state of water. Snow and glaciers are also examples. What is the liquid state of water? Water found in rivers, lakes, streams, tanks, ponds, wells, and seas is in the liquid state. What is the gaseous state of water? Water vapor and steam are examples of the gaseous state of water. How can we show that water exists in three physical states? When ice is heated, it changes into liquid water. Then liquid water is heated further, it changes into water vapor. Therefore, water exists as solid, liquid, and gas. What is precipitation? Water that comes down from the atmosphere to the earth, such as rain, snow, hail, and sleet, is called precipitation. What is surface water? Give three examples. Water remaining on the surface of the earth is called surface water. Examples are rivers, lakes, and ponds. What is groundwater? Water that flows through the components of soil and is found underground is called groundwater. Wells and springs contain groundwater. What are the three types of water based on salinity? There are freshwater, marine water, and brackish water. What is fresh water? Give examples. Water containing a very low amount of dissolved salt is called fresh water. Water in wells, ponds, rivers, streams, and waterfalls is fresh water. What is marine water? Water found in seas and oceans, which contain a very high amount of dissolved salt. It is called marine water. What is brackish water? Where can it be found? Brackish water contains more salt than fresh water, but less salt than marine water. It can be found in lagoons. Why does seawater taste salty? Seawater tastes salty because different substances, including sodium chloride salt, are dissolved in it. Write 5 uses of water in human activities. Water is used for drinking, for agriculture, for washing clothes, for bathing, for transportation. How is water important for plants? Water helps plants absorb minerals, maintain rigidity, and carry out photosynthesis. How is water important for animals and humans? Water helps to digest food, transport nutrients, remove waste, cool the body, and provide a medium for living. Why is water considered a limited natural resource? Although water covers more than 70% of the Earth's surface, only about 0.01% is available for consumption. Therefore, consumable water is limited. What is water pollution? The addition of waste minerals to water until it becomes unsuitable for consumption is called water pollution. How can we help prevent water pollution and conserve water? We can prevent water pollution by not throwing waste, polythene, or plastics into water bodies, avoiding the release of chemicals and impure water into water bodies, and minimizing wastage. What is energy? Energy is the ability to do work. Why is energy needed in our day-to-day life? Energy is needed to work and carry out different activities such as pulling, carrying, cooking, and moving vehicles. What happens to wind propeller when wind blows? The wind propeller rotates when wind blows. When the wind speed increases, it rotates faster. What is the source of energy for a wind propeller? The energy is provided by the blowing wind. What is a solar thermal cooker used for? A solar thermal cooker is used to cook food and boil water using solar energy. What is used to measure temperature? A thermometer is used to measure temperature. What is the main natural source of energy on Earth? The sun is the main natural uh, not resource, source of energy on the Earth. Why is sunlight important for living organisms? Sunlight is needed by green plants to produce food, and energy in food is derived from solar energy. What is biomass? Plant or animal material that can be used as fuel to produce energy are called biomass. Give four examples of biomass. Firewood, coconut shells, hay, and sawdust are examples of biomass. What are fossil fuels? Coal, petroleum oil, petroleum gases are called fossil fuels. What are fossil fuels formed? Fossil fuels are formed from buried plants and animals under high pressure and temperature over millions of years. How can wind energy be used to work? Wind energy can rotate windmills and turbines, lift weights, grind grains, pump water, and generate electricity. How is running water used to generate electricity? Running water is used to rotate a turbine which operates a generator and generate electricity. What is potential energy? Energy stored in water when it is at a higher position is called potential energy. How can sea waves be used as an energy source? The energies of sea waves can be converted into electrical energy by using floating power plants. What are high tide and low tide? The rise of seawater level is called high tide, while the fall of seawater level is called low tide. What is geothermal energy? Geothermal energy is energy obtained from the high temperature of some regions inside the Earth's crust. Why should energy sources be conserved? Energy sources should be conserved because some sources, especially fossil fuels, are non-renewable and take millions of years to regenerate. What is our responsibility regarding energy sources? We should use energy sources wisely, avoid wasting energy, and protect them for future generations. What are the two main factors needed to have vision? The two main factors are a source of light and the eye. Why can we see objects clearly during the day? We can see objects clearly during the day because there is a light. What is the main natural source of light? The sun is the main natural source of light. What are sources of light? Objects that emit light are called sources of light. What are luminous objects? Objects that produce their own light are called luminous objects. Give three examples of luminous objects. The sun, a lighted bulb, and a firefly are examples of luminous objects. What are non-luminous objects? Objects that do not emit their own light are called non-luminous objects. Why is the moon considered a non-luminous object? The moon does not produce its own light. It appears bright because the light from the sun falls on its surface. What are transparent objects? Objects through which light passes and objects on the other side can be seen clearly are called transparent objects. Give two examples of transparent objects. Clear glass and transparent colorless polythene are examples of transparent objects. What are translucent objects? Objects through which light passes but objects on the other side cannot be seen clearly are called translucent objects. Give two examples of translucent objects. Oil paper and decorative glass are examples of translucent objects. What are opaque objects? Opaque objects are the objects which light cannot pass through. And give three examples of opaque objects. So objects like cardboard, wood, and metal are some examples. How does light travel? Light travels in a straight line. What is a light ray? A narrow path in which light is transmitted is called a light ray. What is a light beam? A collection of light rays is called a light beam. Name four applications of light. Light is used for giving clearer vision, producing food in plants, giving signals and communication. How is light used in the medical field? Doctors use laser rays and treat patients' eyes, perform perform heart operations and treat wounds in the digestive system. Optic fibers and endoscopes are also used to observe the interior of the body. These things are pretty cool. And why should we avoid wasting light? Producing light artificially requires energy and money. Therefore, unnecessary use of light wastes energy and money. So we should use light carefully. What are some sounds that we hear in our day-to-day life? We hear sounds of animals, human voices, and horns in our day-to-day life. What is a source of sound? An object that produces sound is called a source of sound. How is sound produced? Sound is produced by the vibration of an object. What happens when a bicycle bell rings? The bell vibrates when it rings, and this vibration produces sound. What? We did 100 questions? Crisis! Anyway, oh god, okay. So a little more left to do, like a very little, like I think, okay, I'm not gonna promise you how many questions. So just a few more, so hang in there. What happens to the piece of paper when a drum is beaten? The piece of paper moves here and there because the hide of the drum vibrates. Okay, so the paper is supposed to be on the hide. Name three examples of sources of sound. Animals, musical instruments, and various objects are sources of sound. Name three simple ways of producing sound. We can produce sound by tapping a desk like this. Okay, don't know if you heard that, but that's how you do it. Clapping our hands, I'm not doing that. And shaking marbles in a cup. Which organ helps us to hear sounds? The ear is the organ that helps us to hear sounds. What happens when our ears are closed while a drum is being beaten? We cannot hear the sound clearly when our ears are closed. Oh, I was supposed to tell this like a really long time ago, but you know these activities like in your textbook with those like blue within the blue box that says activity. So I'll be making a video, okay, not just one video, a lot of videos about these activities. I'll be doing these activities in real life. No, I'm not going to be doing it like this. No, no, I will not be you know just moving this dot around. No, I will be doing them in real life, and I will show you how to do it in your home if you want to. But some of these activities are kind of dangerous. Well, some of them, not a lot. But those, just let the professional equals to me deal with it. Don't do it, just watch me do it. Anyway, 105 is, what is the function of the earlobes? Earlobes help to direct sounds into the ear. What are natural sounds? Sounds that are produced naturally in the environment are called natural sounds. Give four examples of natural sounds. Sound of wind, sound of birds, sound of a waterfall, and barking of a dog are natural sounds. What are artificial sounds? Sounds made by humans using equipment or objects are called artificial sounds. Give four examples of artificial sounds. Sound of a car, sound of an aeroplane, school bell, and sound made by a guitar or artificial sounds. Okay, not R. Okay, yeah, R, but I said or. I think I said O anyway. It's R artificial sounds. And no, people, we are still not done with this medieval way of torturing us. Well, it's not medieval, it's pretty new. Your teachers call it yapping on for about 20 minutes, and it's already 18. So now we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 more questions to go, and that is it, I promise. So, what is music? Sounds that are sung or played rhythmically are known as music. What is noise? Sounds that are not rhythmic are known as noise. Give three examples of noise. Traffic noise, noise of machines in a factory, and noise in a fair are examples of noise. Why should we avoid loud sounds? Loud sounds are a disturbance to us and others and can be harmful to our ears. How can we protect our ears from loud noises? We can protect our ears by using ear protectors and avoiding unnecessary loud sounds. What is our responsibility when using sound producing equipment? It is our duty to use television, radios, loudspeakers, and other equipment without disturbing others. So that's all for today, guys. Make sure to like and subscribe. Like I always say, it makes me happy. And I'll see you guys in the next video. My throat is killing me, and I'm quite sure your eyeballs are killing you. So I'll see you next time. And it's me signing off. Bye.